Hello YouTube, my name's Joe. My YouTube name is Future Rocket Man. Created that while back when I wanted to be an astronaut. Anyway, I'm a freshman in college right now. So my first YouTube video, at least the first one that I'm going to be talking, um, is going to be about the 2012 elections in the United States. If you're viewing this outside the United States, it doesn't necessarily really apply to you. But anyway, and considering I am a conservative, and libertarians and conservatives are pretty much almost completely the same, I want to talk about those Ron Paul supporters out there. Okay, well, for the 2012 election, obviously I'll be supporting Mitt Romney. Um, in the primary, I supported initially Rick Perry, but when he dropped out, I went to Rick Santorum because I thought they were the best conservative candidates in the race. I thought Rick Perry's, who by the way was the only one who actually had military service in his background. That's one of the reasons why I supported him. Rick Perry strong in terms of his, social conservatism. He's strong conservative, strong pro-life, strong traditional marriage supporter. Of course, he's from Texas. What do you expect? Anyway, and then Rick Santorum is basically the same. National security was a major strength, something that Mitt Romney doesn't have. Newt Gingrich has a bit of, but Newt Gingrich is a whole different story. And Ron Paul is not even close. So I am supporting Mitt Romney. I think he's the best candidate for president at this point. Certainly, when you're looking at who else is running, Barack Obama. Uh, that's going to be another YouTube video that I'll post. But Obama has been a complete failure. Even if you are a liberal, I would I would definitely ask you to consider not supporting Barack Obama. And if you don't want to vote for Mitt Romney, and you're a liberal, progressive, I don't agree with you, but I can understand that. Don't vote for Barack Obama, though. I mean, he's a complete, utter failure, not just in ideology, but policy as well. Anyway, that's for a later video. Um, I really want to talk about Ron Paul supporters. Now, I'm on a college campus in my dorm right now, and there have certainly been a number of Ron Paul supporters who have, with the Libertarian Party on campus, have had some activities. So I really like your zeal. I really like how enthusiastic you are about your candidate. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, Ron Paul at this point is not going to win the nomination. And I will say that if he did win the nomination, I would certainly vote for him over Barack Obama. So don't call me um, some fake conservative. I'm not. I am a true conservative, and I will support anyone who is a conservative or libertarian over Obama. That is for sure. Um, but the problem I see is that with Ron Paul supporters, it's either Ron Paul and for some, or Barack Obama. So when Ron Paul is not going to be the nominee for the Republican Party, you're going to go to Barack Obama? Does that make any sense? I honestly ask those who would consider doing that, those Ron Paul supporters who are going to vote for Obama when Ron Paul doesn't win the nomination, and go, don't. I mean, you've got a libertarian-minded politician, congressman, and then you got the far left. How could you vote for both? I mean, how could you vote for one or the other? I mean, but not vote for Mitt Romney if you're a Ron Paul supporter. If you're more inclined to vote for or to support in general a libertarian, there's no reason for you to be voting for a socialist like Obama. No reason at all. Uh, a lot of you Ron Paul supporters have been very active in not necessarily condemning, but opposing other Republican nominees And the problem I see with that is that a lot of what you've said is based on, I wouldn't necessarily want to say conspiracy theory. Some of it has been, that's for sure. Um, but you kind of go out there and say something that's not necessarily true or taken out of context, um, and you attack farther right of center candidates closer to Ron Paul's view position. For example, some of you have been condemning Rick Santorum. I know he's dropped out already, but still, you have condemned Rick Santorum for some of the positions he's taken. Okay, Rick Santorum is for traditional marriage. He would be one that would support the federal marriage amendment that would state that marriage is between one man and one woman. Um, and he's vehemently anti-abortion, thank God. Okay. I ask you, why would you condemn or talk badly, and that's another problem I have with the Republican Party in general. Why would you talk badly about someone like that? I mean, it's either him or someone who wants to widen the abortion rights issue, and Obama did support a bill. I can't remember. I'll post it in another YouTube video, but Obama supported a bill in Illinois that would allow the child who was born after a botched abortion to be murdered out of the womb. Okay, this is a born child. He would support the killing of that child. That's just completely wrong. Why would you attack a candidate who could certainly have been the nominee? All right. Why could you attack him, hurting his chances? I'm not the best YouTube video poster yet, and I know I'm kind of rambling, but that's another question you have to ask yourself. So I'm going to close on this. You Ron Paul supporters out there, those that can vote, I did notice one one Ron Paul supporter who's fairly young. That's quite interesting, honestly. And kudos to you. You probably know more about politics than the average American does. Anyway, you Ron Paul supporters out there, I hear you, I feel you, I understand what you're saying. For the most part, besides the drug work nonsense, I agree with you on most issues. Okay? Consider supporting Mitt Romney for the presidency in 2012, please, because this election is posing one candidate who is from the far, far left. And then you got Mitt Romney, okay, who's I mean, he's not the most conservative, but he certainly is better than Obama, and he will, rule to the right. Okay, he's not going to be a liberal in the White House. I don't think he will. And I'll say this right now. If he does not prove to, be that conservative voice, or at least choose a vice presidential candidate who certainly is a conservative voice, I'll be the first one to say that Mitt Romney is not necessarily fit to be the president. I mean, to be the opposition to Obama. Okay, but at this point, he's saying the right things. Yes, I know saying the right things doesn't mean you're going to do the right things. We all know that, or we all should know that at least. So just saying, you Ron Paul supporters, please consider supporting Mitt Romney for the presidency 2012. Thank you.